What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Myles with Holiday World out of Dallas, Texas, and today we're taking a look at this 2022 Keystone Passport 268BH. And as you can see behind me, got quite a few Passport travel trailers in now, so we have some really great pricing on these Passports, which we're going to talk about here a little bit later in the video. But this specific Passport that we're looking at today, this 268BH, is a very traditional style bunkhouse model, but Passport does a great job with everything they do on the storage side. I think of some of the RVs that my family grew up in. I can't remember the exact models of what we had, but we had a couple different bunkhouse models that were very similar to this that just lacked in the amount of storage that this one has. And so you'll see kind of what the floor plan layout looks like and stuff like that. And then I'm really excited to look at all the storage and different applications that the storage can be used inside this RV, and how great this is just a family camper to get out there and do what you want to do. So let's go. Hey, welcome back to another video. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos, I'm super excited that you're here. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you do get something out of this video, consider hitting the like button down below and definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you would like to connect with me on other social media platforms, links to my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook are down below in the description, where you can find other RV related content that I upload regularly. And then finally, if you are interested in this RV, keep in mind I am in a sales position. I do not get paid by my company to come out here and make these videos. I just do this on my own time in hopes of finding people like you that might be interested in this RV. So I would love to personally assist you in helping you make this RV yours. So you can either text me at the number on the screen there, or there is a link down below in the description that you can fill out with some basic information that will help me best help you. So go down there and fill out that information if you are interested in this RV, and let's get into the video. All right, y'all, so this is a 2022 Keystone Passport 268BH, so it is going to be a bunkhouse. You'll be able to see the specs up on the screen as well as the floor plan, so you can take a look at that for just a second. And then I want to talk about, there are two different Passport lines. One of the things that I really like about having Keystone products to be able to make videos of is they just have so many different lines that they make. So even within something like the Passport, you have two different series. Like you have the Passport GT series here. So this is going to be their higher end series that comes with more features on it and is a little bit bigger profile. And then they have their SL series, where you can see, let me just get them both in camera for you here. You can see the difference in the profile of these two different travel trailers. So just within one line, they have two different options to give you a different feel. Also want to point out, while I'm at this vantage point here, that if I zoom in a little bit, you can see there is a 200-watt solar panel up on the roof as well. So everything Keystone for everything 2022 comes standard with at least a 200-watt solar panel. So you'll have that on there to keep the batteries charged. This 268BH is going to be in their SL series, so this is going to be their lower cost series, but it's getting you in a fiberglass trailer with a lot of higher end features, just a smaller profile than the GT series. So we'll take a look at all that. But you're gonna have a fiberglass front cap up on the front here. You're going to have two 20-pound propane bottles, and then your battery connections here. You see you have a nice long rack here that you can fit, at least one battery, if not like a larger size battery if you want to upgrade the battery capacity and things like that. And then you'll have your battery disconnect switch here. So if you are leaving your campsite, you can just flip this to power off, and it will kill all power going to the battery, so the battery doesn't run, and you can increase the lifespan of your battery. You do have the 200-watt solar panel on the roof that will help keep that battery charged, though, if you do want to leave things on or if you forget that step. Going to have a power tongue jack up front. So this here is going to go up and down. It is powered, so you don't have to worry about any manual labor there. And then we'll go around the back side first, then we'll go to the camp side. So when you come around this side, so on this slide out here, you have a cable driven slide out there. That is going to allow the slide out to push and pull evenly from all four corners of the slide, allowing it to go in and out evenly each time, so it doesn't damage the flooring as it's going in and out over the lifespan of owning your RV. And then as you come down underneath here, you'll see your pass-through storage compartment. You are going to have a 15 amp solar charge controller. So this here is going to be working with the solar panel to monitor the charge on your batteries. And that is going to be what is also going to have an app that comes with it, so that you can monitor all that information. See how long the lifespan is left on your batteries, how much power is being drawn from the solar panel, things like that. And then if you want to expand upon the solar system, you will have this inverter down underneath here as well. It's not an inverter here, but you can put a future inverter here if you want to add an inverter to increase upon the solar capacity. And then you'll have all of your aluminum framing up underneath here. I like how they add these little pieces here to kind of make it look more like a polished finish than just showing like exposed framing all the way throughout. So they give you a little bit of a blockage there to give it more of a finished look. And then you'll have all of your water connections here on this side. So you'll have a spot for a satellite to hook up, where this wire behind here is ran all the way to the roof. So if you wanted to install a satellite, that is there to plug in there. You're gonna have your controls for your electric stabilizers, outdoor shower. You have a 25-foot coil hose back in there that can connect to this outdoor shower with hot and cold water. And then your water connections will be right here. Plus this is going to allow your water lines to come up from underneath the RV so you can keep this door closed. And when you close this door, this is a slam latch door. So metal latches on there, and then you're going to have magnet latches there to hold it in place. So a lot of RVs in this price range here, one, are not gonna have, and I hate when it does that, when it doesn't slam when I shut it, but you have a metal slam latch door there. That plus like the little magnet latches, definitely gonna be an improvement from something like the clips that you'll have on some other RVs. So like for instance, if we look over to like the Bullet here, that's a very comparable brand from Keystone, they just have the little metal clips there for the storage doors, whereas on Passport, you're getting something like a slam latch door. So a little difference there. As we keep coming around this side, actually, you know what, while we're here, let's get down underneath the RV, take a look underneath here. You have all of your water tanks and water lines underneath this enclosed underbelly, so everything is going to be sitting above the insulation as far as your water tanks and water lines. So anytime you run your furnace, it is going to be sending heat into that cavity to make sure that your water tanks and water lines don't freeze and everything is enclosed under there. And then as we come back this way, you'll have black tank flush. So if you need to flush your black tank, you can hook a hose up to there and that will flush out that tank with pressurized water. Black tank being everything that comes out of the toilet and then goes and stores in a tank underneath the RV, that will flush that tank out. And then you do have a 30 amp plug connection here. So with it being 30 amp, there's going to be one AC on top of this RV. Coming to the back, you're going to have your spare tire on the back here, and then you're going to have what is really unique in this door here. This is something that I believe, I don't know if Passport might have started it, but I know Passport was the first brand that I saw to do this, and then some other brands have certainly copied since then. But this actually flips up this bunk, and you'll have a latch here. Get that in place. Have a latch there to hold that in place. And you have a massive storage space here. So lots of different applications for this. The first one that comes to mind is if you have something like a kayak or a paddleboard or anything like that, all of this space easily allows that to slide into there so you can fit that and have a place to store it inside your RV, especially in an RV that, you know, traditionally without something like this may not have had space for something like that. And then other things too, this is just gonna be like a spot where you can have quick access to different things on the road. So if you wanna put like a cooler back here that has your sandwiches and drinks and stuff like that, easy to get back to it, just come open the door back here and you have quick access to whatever you wanna have quick access to while you're traveling. This Passport does not have a ladder on it, unfortunately, but you can get one. A ladder was just one of those things that throughout the production in the last 6 to 12 months, there were shortages of it, so some RVs came with them, some came without them based on what they had available at the manufacturing level, but you can get a ladder on this back wall if that is something that you want. Coming to the campsite of the RV, you can see your awning covers about 3/4 of the length of the RV, and it's going to have your outdoor speakers up above here, and you have your LED light strip up underneath the awning here. So that is going to shine light down into this area here. This will light up your entire campsite out in this area. And what I like about the LED light placement on what they do on these awnings is whether your awning is in or out, you will be able to use that LED light and see that light regardless of the position of your awning. Also, one thing that I really like is you have the outdoor kitchen on here. That's not exactly what I'm referring to yet, but I like that the outdoor kitchen is under the awning. So it's actually in the position where you would be hanging out outside, covered by that awning. You can see when we come up underneath here, you're gonna have some storage space, and then you'll have the 2-burner stove right there that will open up. And you have a little mini refrigerator, have this strap to keep it in place while you're going down the road, and open that up, and it's just gonna be kind of a standard mini fridge underneath there. Again, magnet latches to hold that in place, and then this is the only one that does not have a metal slam latch door, but outdoor kitchens, they don't usually have slam latch doors there. They're pretty much always those metal clips. Then you have a spot for a TV out here. If you wanted to mount a TV on this wall, you can. You have all the connections for the TV here as well, including 2 outlets there. So you can plug other stuff in also if you need to. Or you could just set a TV up outside on a table out here. Then finally, we'll come up here. We'll look at the pass-through storage from the other side. You have a motion-activated light on this wall. So when this is turned on, that'll be a motion-activated light there. And you have a nice, deep pass-through storage compartment there. It's a slightly taller pass-through storage compartment than some others. So like for instance, Bullet, they make a really wide pass-through storage compartment. This one here is not quite as wide, but it's a bit taller. All right, so as we go inside, you can see you have like a standard RV step on here. If you wanted to upgrade this to a step that makes contact with the ground, you will be able to do that. That is something that you could add on to pretty much any RV. You'll have your screen door as you walk in, and then something really great about the storage here, you have all of these drawers and then the cabinets there that are going to be a great spot to put different things that you can get quick access to from outside. So things like paper plates, utensils, cups, all that kinds of stuff that you don't have to walk all the way through your RV to go and get. This is something that the travel trailers my family has had. We've never had something like this. So anytime I wanted that little stuff like that, I had to walk through the RV to get it. So really appreciate that. So you come inside, all of your controls are going to be right when you walk in. So your sound controls for all your speakers inside and out, plus that has Bluetooth. You're going to have all your controls for your slide outs and lights, and then this is a light switch for the light underneath the U-shaped dinette there. As we walk around, you can see this is a pretty traditional style bunkhouse model. If you've looked at RVs before, having the bunk beds in the corner here, bathroom back here. And then, like I said, this bunk flips up there, so that opens up that space. But you can already see you have a huge storage space there. We'll take a look at in just a second. A nice 12-volt refrigerator, so this will be running off the battery. And this will be about 10 cubic feet or so. But a good amount of space in there. Does come equipped with a TV that is directly across from your seating location. So you can see that there. And it's a really open, spacious feel in here. Plenty of room for multiple people to walk around. If you have people sitting at the dinette table playing card games or board games or whatever it may be. Plenty of room for whoever may be cooking or doing anything in the kitchen to have space to walk around as well. And you can have a couple people sitting there watching TV. Going into the bedroom, I really like that they do the sliding pocket doors from each side because that just opens up this space so much more. This gives it an even larger feel. So we'll show what these look like with the doors closed. You have these little straps here to hold everything in place. And then you close these and they're just gonna have magnets that hold them together. Close that up there, and that is what it will look like with the doors closed. So a nice clean finish to it, and then you open this up and it is just such a huge entry door into this bedroom. Residential queen size bed in the bedroom here, so you can put any residential queen size mattress on here. You'll probably want to do that because this is a very generic mattress that it comes with. And then you'll have storage up underneath the bed, strut assisted. So open that up and the struts will hold it up, and you have a really large size storage compartment underneath there to store different items. On both sides of the bed, especially this side, you're going to have a ton of bedside tabletop space, and then you'll have a pull-out drawer here as well. Tons of space there. You have about a little more than half the size of that one on this side as well, and then you'll have outlets and USB ports on each corner. Obviously, you got your wardrobe storage on both sides of the bed. You see it on that side also, and then you'll have your pass-through compartment through there. Nice looking finish on the wall there as well with the nice design that they give you. And then if you want a TV in here, you do have a spot for a TV on the wall right there with all your hookups. Now, because this is a 30 amp RV, you only have one AC unit, but you do have AC being ducted back into this bedroom. So you have an AC vent there, and you do have a opening here so you can open this up for more airflow if you need that. And then as soon as you walk out this way, you can see you have another AC vent here, and these are the blade AC vents. So these are going to push air out in a 360-degree motion, giving you much more significant air coverage than like a directional vent that may just shoot air in one direction or maybe two directions. This gives you 360-degree coverage, which one, pushes out more air, and two, makes it quieter because the openings are larger. And Keystone spent about 2 years studying different AC systems and ways to make RV ACs more efficient, and this is a big thing that they ended up using in all of the studies that they found that helps cool down your RV much quicker with the more significant airflow. Coming to your seating area, you're going to have a pull-out sofa here. So this is a sofa that is also a tri-fold bed. So this will lift out and fold out to about right here and make into about a full-size bed there that you have additional sleeping arrangements on. And then you have the U-shaped dinette, which the U-shaped dinette obviously gives you, more seating in this area here, but this also can collapse down into a bed. So take the legs out here, the bed will sit on these black posts all the way around, and then you fill it in with these cushions here and the back cushion, so those three, and you'll have a bed that's about 6'3" to 6'4" or so in length there. So plenty of space to sleep larger adults and any other company you may have that might not fit on the bunks. Also like that you have a pull-out drawer here for storage. Plus, if you want to, you can also lift up this bench and get to it from here, just lifting up that wood panel there. While we're looking at this area, I want to point out this here. This is not a carpet. This is like a PVC woven kind of plasticky material, very flexible, but snaps right back into place. And then underneath here, you have a fully wrapped subflooring. So the subflooring underneath here is wrapped. That is something, if you do this on enough brands in RVs, you realize a lot of manufacturers do not wrap their subflooring in the slide out. So that is something that Keystone does to give you another added layer of protection for your slide out flooring. But even just this flooring alone and the woven materials of it is going to help resist water from getting through there as well. Speaking of construction, while we're on that, you also have a Hyperdeck flooring in here. So the subflooring underneath here is about this thick, and it is going to be a 4-layer flooring that has polypropylene and fiberglass layers, as well as a block foam layer as well that is a layer of insulation. And the polypropylene and fiberglass are going to be the, really rigid structures of that, giving it its rigidity. I think that would be the word, rigidity. I think that's it, but it's a firmness essentially. And underneath there, basically 2 benefits from that. One, it's entirely pretty much water resistant. I don't know the proper terminology, water resistant, waterproof. I don't want to say the incorrect thing, but I know theoretically you could fully submerge it underwater and it's not going to incur any water damage because it's not made of any properties that absorb water. So that is really neat. And then it's also more lightweight than wood. So that is something too that is helping save weight on the RV, but still giving you a solid structure underneath there. As we come around to the kitchen, really like that you have a stainless steel sink in here. So stainless steel sink, black faucet, and then you have a black sink cover as well that can be used as a cutting board. This of course will extend out. Then you have a nice big window here for lots of natural light coming in. Again, storage where this is going to pass all the way through to that other cabinet that opens on the other side. All hidden hinges, so you don't see any of the hinges on the outside of the cabinets. Gives it a cleaner finish. 2 pull-out drawers, those will both be the same, and then you have storage down underneath there. Plus a really large pull-out drawer underneath the oven. You're gonna have a fairly, regular size RV oven, nothing too crazy there, and then a 3-burner stove up above that. Vent fan to vent air outside of the RV when you're cooking, and then you'll have a high point microwave here, just a pretty standard RV microwave. Getting to the TV portion, you have storage back behind the TV. Let's pull this out a little bit. You can see your storage back behind here. Definitely didn't let this space go to waste, which I love that. So you have lots of storage back there. And then you can see this arm. I mean, there's still plenty of room for that arm to go out further. So you can get this TV in the proper position that you want as well. Now this is a huge part of the storage here. Look at how incredible this is. This is something that my family, when we had travel trailers this size, we just never had storage quite like this. This is on a whole nother level where you have all of this shelving in here, plus these shelves are removable very easily, so you have a clothing rod there if you want this to be a closet of some sort, and just so much space that you have to use there. Pretty incredible. And while we're here, we have the price here where the MSRP on it for this model that we're looking at is $44,241. And I was talking about how we have really great pricing on these right now. Now pricing is something I don't like to talk about too much on videos because this video will be on YouTube forever. And this RV that we're currently in will not be here forever. So I can't guarantee the price on any other RV than the one that I'm currently standing in. And I know that's something that is a little bit tricky to understand because yes, there are, you know, in 6 months from now, I could have this exact same model on my lot, but that does not mean the price is the same because the cost to build it could have been entirely different than the cost to build this one that we're currently standing in. But just to give you an idea, the one that we are currently standing in is available for, where is it at here? We have it available for $35,689. So $35,689. Also, obviously, I have financing options. I get this question a lot because I don't really talk about financing here, but of course, we have financing options as well. So if you're looking to do something like that, just kind of a standard, banks are typically looking for somewhere around 10 to 20% down. So on something like this, that would be somewhere around like 35,000 to, or 3,500, sorry, 3,500 to maybe 6,000 down would be kind of a standard. It's obviously up to you on what you want to put down, but that is something where those financing options are available as well. So then let's get back to the bunk area where you're going to have the bunk here. This has a 300-pound load capacity. You have a nice big window there with a curtain, plus you have the nice little decorative piece up above. Each bunk is going to have its own outlets and USB ports, definitely important. Come back here and we'll drop this down right here. Step back out, lower that down. Have your second bunk bed there. Again, window here, and you're going to have outlets and USB ports. You also have a privacy shade. This again is something that a lot of bunkhouse models like this just don't do, where you have a privacy shade there to block that off. My family, we've had, like I said, a couple different RVs that have this style floor plan, and we never had a privacy shade like this one does. Then you have your bathroom here. So coming into the bathroom, you're going to have a plastic toilet. So that's a plastic toilet, nice clean finish on your storage underneath the sink. Really nice design with how that lip kind of goes over there to make room for the sink. Black faucet again, medicine cabinet, and then your shower here. Gonna have a skylight in the shower, so when I step in here, being about 6'2" with my shoes on, I definitely have to utilize the skylight. My head definitely hits around this edge here, so I would say the height to here is probably about 5'10" or so, maybe 5'9", and then up in here you could still be at least about 6'4" and fit in this skylight without having to duck before you hit the skylight. So, and then this here is gonna go to about the spot of my chin, so I'd have to duck down a little bit to get under it or hold it up over my head. You have this sliding curtain there, so that is going to be a very lightweight curtain that you get, and then it's going to allow it so if you hit your elbow or anything on there, it's not gonna be like hitting glass and it's not gonna hurt you in any way. Open up the storage underneath here. You're gonna have some shelving and your plumbing down underneath there. Oh, hit the camera. And then you'll have your medicine cabinet. You can see here you have an outlet, and I want to point out that if you were to add the inverter and add solar to this RV, add more solar than what's already on here, you will start getting power to these different outlets inside the RV. And I just got a little distracted there. I'm gonna have to come and clean that up. If you're wondering how hot it is in Texas, I just got distracted because 2 drops of sweat dripped off my face down onto the floor. So gonna have to literally come clean up after myself because of how hot it is in here right now. But that's just about everything inside this RV. I think I touched on pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in here. Also, your speaker system, you're gonna have your speakers up in the ceiling here, and your AC's right here as well. This will be goes ducted back into the bunk room area, and you can see how that gives you that nice privacy there. So you almost don't know what's back there unless you pull the curtain back, which is nice, giving you that privacy feature as well for whoever is sleeping back in that area. And that's pretty much everything. All right, y'all, so that's all I got for you. As you can see, I'm just sweating like crazy out here. So hopefully you appreciated the video and liked it. If you did, hit the like button down below and definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you are interested in this particular RV, you can either text me at the number on the screen there, or there is a link down below in the description that you can go to send me your information about what RV you're looking for and things like that. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I am in a sales position, so I would love to personally assist you in helping you find your next RV. And the reason I really say that is I've had quite a few people in the past couple months talk about how they went and bought their RV from X, Y, or Z place, or even sometimes within my own company, and the experience just wasn't exactly what they were wanting or expecting. And so I always encourage you, reach out to me, because I promise you I will give you the attention and the experience that you expect and deserve. So reach out to me and I'd love to help you out. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, I'll see y'all camping.